This is Steve Gladys of Steve Gladys Leadership Partners here at the George Mason University Enterprise Center. I hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to talk about the second area in our five-part series on coaching, and it's called the issue. So I want you to think, here's what I call the coaching circle, if you will, and you might want to draw this down on a piece of paper. But think of this coaching circle as a quadrant, and break it into 4 sections. The first thing you're going to do when people come into your office as a leader is you're going to ask them what the issue is. Now let me give you a bit of warning here. When people sit down and tell you what the issue is, it's almost never really the issue. You have to do what we call in coaching is peel away the onion and find out what the real issue is. And one of the ways you do that is by asking 4 questions. Who, what, how, and open-ended questions. In fact, these 4 questions are the key to solving problems, or helping other people solve their problems. If you ask these 4 questions in each one of these quadrants, by the time you get to the 4th quadrant, you should have your particular person, the person you're supervising, I'll call them your client, but it's the person you're supervising, to solve their own problem. So let's talk about the issue. Somebody walks in your office and you say, well, what's going on? You say, he walks in, he sits down in the huff and he says, well, my cube mate's a jerk. What do you know? So the question really is, what does that mean that your cube mate, the person right next to you, is a jerk? So the coach might say, the leader might say, well, what do you mean she's a jerk? And I say, well, she just says snide comments to me. Well, what is she saying? How does she say those comments? Can you give me an example of those? Oftentimes, when you walk people through this scenario of questions and you dig deeper and deeper, what you find out is that maybe a while ago he did something that hurt her feelings and she's just paying him back. It's something very trivial that could be coached through very simply by defining what the issue really is. So the issue is around what's the real problem, who's involved in that problem, how is that problem manifesting itself right now. Coaches should act like, coach leaders should act like good reporters. You should pretend that you're a reporter and that after the client comes into your office, you should be able to write a story, a detailed story that you could submit somewhere for publication that would describe exactly what's going on. What is the issue? And if you can't describe that, then you probably haven't done your job as a coach leader. One of the percentages I'll have you understand is this one: that if in the coaching session you only speak 20% and they speak 80% of the time, they'll think it was a pretty darn good session, really a very, very good session. If you can ever convert that to a 90-10, where you only speak 10% as the leader and they speak 90%, they'll think that's a great session. In coaching, it's all about asking questions. It's all about the other person talking. As the other person is talking their way through the problem, you'll feel their energy go up. If you start to talk too much and turn into a consultant, start giving them a lot of advice, which a lot of leaders want to give, you start giving a lot of advice, you'll see their energy drop. Whoever is talking is giving the most energy in that room. And remember, as a leader, you're learning less when you talk about the problem than you need to know. So keep them talking. Keep that percentage 80-20. Ask them the who, what, how, when, and open-ended questions around the issue, and you'll have a great starting place to start your executive coaching for your own team. Thank you very much. This is Steve Gladys Leadership Partners at George Mason University. Thank you.